Oh, mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, what a situation, what a situation. Even Fonseca is ranting, and if Fonseca is ranting, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. Fonseca, one of us. Fonseca is one of us, indeed, indeed. Where do we start from? What a shit show. So let's start from the game against Zvezda. I can't pronounce that correctly, but let's talk about that game. Are you satisfied by the game? I was not. I was very bored. I was, as usual. It was like I can't see the passion in this team. I can't see people fighting, wanting to win at all costs. We did get the win in the end, luckily, thanks to a goal from Abraham. Abraham, who failed to score before. I wish that goal would have been Camardas, but yeah, we won. So that's the only good part of this match, is that we won in the last minutes against a team that, let's be very, very honest. Let's be very, very honest. Zvezda, come on. Come on. You could see so many wrong passes. Like, I don't even know if it could be like a good team in our Serie B, okay? Now, I don't want to offend anybody, obviously, but there's like level. Like, this Champions League is, to me, is a little bit weird. Maybe the next stage is gonna get better, but like up to now, like recently, feels like more of a conference league, Europa League, Europa League. I don't have the same thrill like that I had when we had the really the short groups, the groups with like only 4 teams, in which like the small teams were actually kind of a trouble for big teams. Here is I don't know, it's more relaxed. I don't know. Maybe, as I said, it's gonna get better in the next phase. But let's talk about AC Milan. What happened? What happened? Happened that Fonseca did a rant against the team, and he said the same things that we have keep saying for a while now. So that some players don't want to cooperate, that the team doesn't seem to follow him, basically, that basically the locker room is a mess. This team is a roller coaster. Today we won, but tomorrow we don't know what we do. He said that he wants to win, but he also wants to win well, like in a beautiful way. Like, so I understand what Fonseca wants. Like, we agree with what he wants. This is what we are. And may I say this again? Because all of this situation is born from our management, right? Because the management, also went away from San Siro before the end of the match, as if they are protesting. Like, are they protesting against themselves? Because that's what it is. It's like, I mean, what, are you angry at Fonseca? Are you angry at the players? No, because you chose all of this. This is all this is all from the management. The situation we have now. So while I understand that Fonseca wants the players to follow him, and this team does not really follow Fonseca, and that's not, I'd say, Fonseca's fault. This is more of a situation that is born at the roots. So I think the players expected something better from this management, right? They expected some choices that didn't happen, and so we began this season in a riot, both from the supporters and the players as well. It's like the players wanted, I think they wanted a top coach. And when they heard the name Lopetegui, because I remember that the first choice was Lopetegui, so this super planning that AC Milan had was kind of bad. So Lopetegui was the choice, and then they went into Fonseca when they realized that nobody really wanted Lopetegui. But at that point, I would have respected the management much more if they said, no, we go with Lopetegui because this is our plan. We have a plan, right? But they don't have a plan. There's a thing we keep saying. They did not have a plan. Like, they did all that happened was improvised, and is very clear, and now is even clearer, right? Because if you get the coach to rant about the team, and it's Fonseca, it's like Fonseca is known to be he's always being a gentleman, right? He's a good man, Fonseca, right? We don't hate Fonseca. We would prefer other coaches for sure, but like we don't hate Fonseca. And if Fonseca gets annoyed, then well, that's a problem. All this stress probably has been accumulating, and now it just explodes. It's not like a problem now. This has been like a problem for a long time, and while we are managing to do well in Champions League, nobody believe in winning the Champions League or fighting for the Champions League. Maybe we can reach the next stage, but that's a lot of teams there. So who knows? Serie A is pretty much gone, despite Fonseca talking about Scudetto. This is all like press conference stuff. You have to say that you believe in the Scudetto because that's what you have to say when you're AC Milan. But what you say and what you are very, very different. And I wish they acknowledged that they are not good enough to win the Scudetto, right? Could have been, but it's not. So for now, I don't know what is going to happen. I don't think they will fire Fonseca because, this management doesn't do that. Will Fonseca leave? I don't think so. I don't think Fonseca will leave by himself. Because I do believe that when he accepted the job, he knew somehow the situation, right? Cannot be that naive, right? He knew what he was going to sign for, right? That's why it's true that I can't blame Fonseca for a lot of stuff, but I also blame Fonseca for a lot of stuff because, poor Fonseca. The whole Milan situation is a mess, but you accepted all of this. He could have raised his voice in the market or whatever. I don't know if he did. It doesn't look like it. And it's also true that our team is hard to manage. It's really hard to manage. And that is why, again, we wanted a coach like Conte, because Conte has that leadership that just Fonseca is not a Fonseca thing. Fonseca is like more of a calm situation manager. Everything is fine, mid team, it's like you don't have many expectations, so he can do good, or if the management and the players and everything is happy, in that situation Fonseca can be good. But here we're talking about rebuilding AC Milan again. We have to rebuild again, right? We had to rebuild again this summer, but it's not, I don't think it's the right coach to do that. And that's why we wanted I talk for myself, but I wanted Conte or somebody with that kind of charisma. I would love to have Klopp in AC Milan, but now he's he's resting. I don't know if he's gonna coach next year or not, and probably not in AC Milan. It's a mess because if we arrived at the point that even getting the result you want doesn't help you, but all of these bring us to the fact that Milan is just a mediocre team. That is what it is. It is a team built in mediocrity with a mediocre mentality. Players don't have the right mentality. The management don't have the right mentality because the management, the owner of AC Milan is a fund, and funds, they want to speculate. They want to earn money on the things they buy. It's like the main goal of a fund is to buy something, fix it, and make a profit on it. They can't afford to lose money on this. This is the mentality. So it's quite different from, let's say, a regular owner that wants to achieve fame and win trophies. And I think the players feels it. We supporters understand this, and I will talk for myself, but I don't like this. Even when Fonseca arrived, at the airport, I think he was alone. He was left alone. The season was off to a bad start. We have to fix this, but how do you fix this now? This season? Because if Milan doesn't reach the top 5-4, well, we're gonna probably have the fifth spot as well in Champions League. But if we don't reach the Champions League spot, then the management will be angry because that's losing money, and that's the only language that they understand. The language of this ownership is, oh, we're losing money, that's not good. Oh, we're getting fourth, we are in Champions League, that's fine. That's what matters, and it's not just me saying it. Is pretty clear. Problem is that this mediocrity now is consuming the team, is consuming the players. Players will want to leave. Fortunately, we have our hero, our Emerson Royale, that almost scored And then you see when you see playing Calabria, and then you see Emerson Royal, it's like, right? No comment. No comment. No comment. I'm not in the mood for jokes really, but now the problem that I have with the Fonseca's statement is that I don't like really when the coach comes off like this and starts blaming the players. Like, all this stuff should be like kept inside, in my opinion. None of this should go out. It's just proper management. Like, if you, in front of everybody, in front of the world, after a Champions League match, you say all of this, that is not good. You might be as angry as you want, but some stuff has to be kept for yourself. That's my opinion. But again, if it exploded like that, then there's a reason. Always talking about the match. What did we see? That Loftus-Cheek got injured. That was his main highlight. I feel kind of bad for Loftus-Cheek because I don't think Loftus-Cheek is a bad player, but it's just like it's not working in this Milan, in this system, in whatever he is asked to do. We saw Morata injured too. We saw Chukwueze being embarrassing. We saw a good goal from Leao, but then Leao like misses way too many passes. But we saw a goal from Abraham. It's a rare thing, so I don't know. Let me know what you think of this. But I'm sorry because I feel like I keep saying the same things, but that's what it is. That's what it is. Have a nice weekend soon. We're gonna have the match against the Genoa now with Balotelli. Balotelli. He's gonna score. He's gonna score to us. I know he's gonna score.